Good morning, Lifestylers. Paul Kramer coming to you once again from the Leader Chat Room live at Lifestyle's home office in sunny and warm Toronto, Canada. Great to be with everybody this morning. Folks, we've got another amazing guest lined up for you today. Really looking forward to this one. Going to be a great guest, so come on in and join us in the Leader Chat Room, and we're going to hear from another amazing Lifestyles leader. Just before we get to that, though, I'd like to thank my previous guest here on the Leader Chat Room, Global Marketing Director Christine Kimpo. GMD Tintin, thank you so much for being in the Leader Chat Room. Your story was very inspiring, got a lot of very positive comments and feedback on that. So thank you so much to GMD Tintin. Now, today, without further ado, let's welcome and let me introduce into the Leader Chat Room our next guest, and she joined Lifestyles in July of 2012. She was promoted to Global Marketing Director in August of 2021. She was the nominee for the 2021 Business Beyond Borders Award. So without further ado, let's welcome into the Leader Chat Room from Metro Manila, Global Marketing Director Tess Talamisan. Tess, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. Good morning there and good evening here.
Yes, good morning to everybody and good morning to you. You look great. Lovely background there. You're by the beach. It looks very nice. Very nice. So
Yeah, thank you.
welcome into the Leader Chat Room. You've got a really great story, and we want to talk to you a little bit about your whole history and how you got involved in lifestyles. But I want to go right back to your childhood, right back to the beginning. And you grew up in a family of 10 siblings, right? 5 boys, 5 girls. And your dad was a
That's
soldier.
right.
Yeah, your dad was a soldier in the army, and your mom was a housewife. We've got a great picture here of your family and your mom and dad.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your childhood before you moved to Manila. Tell us about your life as a kid.
Oh, when I was 8 years old, my parents decided that we moved to Mindanao down south because my father was assigned there and we were given a big lot, 6 hectares lot, because my dad was the leader of the farmers group. It was not an exciting time because we didn't know the culture, the language. Uh, it was predominantly Muslim culture.
Mm,
It's a beautiful culture, but we didn't know how to adjust.
right.
I spent my third grade there. I spent my third grade. All the girls were brought there.
Mm,
3 boys, 3 men were there. The 2 were studying in Manila.
right.
But my mom was very quick to decide that Mindanao was not the place for us in our those tender years, because the girls there at as early as age 11 are forced to have
Mm,
parental arrangement, and
mm,
marry.
wow.
And there were already suitors for my young sisters. So my
Wow.
mom said, I'm going to take the girls to Manila. And so we went to
Yeah.
Manila.
Yeah. And that's an amazing thing because people don't really even think about that. But for you to have to go through that and for your mom to make that decision is pretty amazing. So now you guys moved to Manila, right? And this is I love this part of your story here because your parents started a food business in Manila, and apparently you were in charge of the chickens, folks. GMD Tess was in charge of the chickens, and your job was to butcher and clean 20 chickens a day. 20 chickens a day. Is that true?
That's correct. In those days, no refrigerator, no freezer. Everything is prepared fresh.
Wow.
So from the market, the chickens are delivered into our house. We have to butcher them, slaughter them. And I was the brave one assigned. I would step on the wings of the chicken and the legs. I'll hold the neck of the chicken, remove some hair, and slice the neck. And in a while, I was done with dressing 20 chickens. Both of my parents are very good chefs. They are from the Pampanga culture. They love to cook.
Wow.
So that was my exposure. I was a chicken killer.
well, I'll never eat another chicken without thinking about that story. So, so that's amazing. You're able to do 20 a day. Wow, that's great. But in addition to killing chickens, you were also a very, very good student. And I've got an amazing picture here. You're an academic scholar, right? And you even
That's right.
you made the dean's list, and you attained a bachelor's degree of master's in education, and you came very close to getting your PhD. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But tell us about your desire to be a good student and your interest in being a good studious person.
Well, my mom comes from a very academic background. Her oldest brother is a doctor, and her youngest brother is a lawyer. And both of my parents just want the best education for us, even if we were not very financially rich
Hmm.
family. So because there were two batches, four boys, four older boys, then girls, and then the three of us, three girls. So there were four students in college. I thank God I
Hmm.
had scholarship because there was no way for my parents to send all four, the last batch of children, to college all at the same time.
Right.
As
Right.
early as third grade, I saw myself gathering all my books under my mosquito net and do my homework under my mosquito net. I
Wow.
think I was wired that way because I grew up with books.
Hmm.
No TV,
Right.
just books.
Yeah. And linguistics and English was your thing, right? And you became a college professor and you taught at different colleges. You even wrote a book. We're going to talk about that in a little while, right? So you traveled all over. You were in the U.S., Germany, Switzerland, and this carried you and took you around the
Okay.
world, right? Can you hear me?
My Not much. It says here your internet connection is poor.
We can hear you. We can hear you, right,
Can you
guys?
say
Yeah.
it again, sir? Can you
Yeah.
repeat what?
Sure. So your interest in languages is what carried you around the world, right? And you taught at different universities, and you went to the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
Switzerland, Germany. Tell us why you became interested in language.
I have always been good with languages of the 10 children. And I taught foreign missionaries for several years.
Hmm.
They would come to the Philippines, they would learn the Philippine language. Those from Europe did not know how to speak English. So I taught English to the European, non-English speaking European speakers. And then um, my association with the Wycliffe Bible translators
Mm.
strengthened my desire to do language teaching, language learning, linguistics, because they offered many scholarships in linguistics in the Philippines. So I took the opportunity to take the masteral course in linguistics
Wow.
also.
Wow. And then, you came back to the Philippines and you met a group of young women studying the Filipino language. And we've got a great picture here. You're in a missionary, you're doing missionary work here up in the mountains. And tell us where you were. And there's something about the rice terraces. There's a type of rice, Banawi rice. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But
That's right.
tell us about this work that you were doing and where were you exactly?
I was still young. I was in my 27th. I was 27 when I was assigned in the mountains with the two other young ladies. we made books, we wrote books and prepared books for the Ifugao tribe.
Mm.
And then we teach them how to read and write in their own language. And in less than 3 months, I was able to learn the language. And in less than a year, we produced reading and writing materials for the Ipugaos in the mountain province. The people there are very, very supportive. They built my house, they built my toilet, and they would fetch water for me.
Right, right. Wow, it looks fascinating. It looks amazing. So you do that work for a while, and then sure enough, you return to Metro Manila, and you met your husband, right? Executive director now with Lifestyles Eldon, right? And we've got a picture here of
That's
you,
right.
and this is sort of, I guess it would be your wedding picture, you and that handsome young husband of yours there. And so you
Yes.
guys look really happy and ready to start your life together. But you had some serious health issues at this point in time, right? Because of the work that you had been doing. You had some arthritis and back pain, blood pressure. Tell us about some of the health challenges that you faced. And I know that you like to describe this as, I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble here, but you tell a story where you compare yourself to a primitive dinosaur. I don't understand that. You got to explain that one.
Actually, after our wedding, we were assigned again to a tribe in the Visayas among the Aitas. That's where I got culture shocked because everything was new to me after the wedding, no time for honeymoon, and we stayed and worked for the Aitas. Again, we had to produce reading materials and taught the tribal people.
Hmm.
I think I got some of my sicknesses there because there were some local terrorist group roaming around the mountains, and we were warned in the middle of the night to leave the place.
Wow.
And then I drank unclean water. I got very sick with
Hmm.
typhoid.
Hmm.
There was no hospital there, and since there was no hospital, our office in Manila decided that we should rush right away to Manila to get some treatment. And then it was in Manila that I found out I had typhoid, and I was under extreme stress as a young bride. Uh, the food was not adequate.
Hmm.
We only had sardines for 1 month,
Wow.
sardines and rice, and some root crops given by the Aitas, the tribal people. So the office in Manila decided that I take care of the office in the area of linguistics and translation, and my husband became the director of Central Philippines of the linguistics group in Manila.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then uh, I was hired by the International Linguistic Group in Dallas to open a language school for missionaries, an exclusive school for missionaries coming to the Philippines. So I had to train teachers, uh, prepare materials for them in the local language, train teachers, and at the same time, do my masteral. I did my masteral at the same time, my masteral in applied linguistics. That was a scholarship I grabbed because I really just love to study. I didn't want to burden my parents
Hmm.
to pay for my tuition. So that's how I got. And I love languages.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Germany, I learned German in 7 weeks
Wow.
because I heard German every day, every
Right.
day.
Right.
Langsam, langsam, ich weiß nicht,
Right.
was ist dein food is good, Wasser is von Wasenda and for the Kuh. So I love it. I loved it.
Right, right. So then, at this point in time, you're working on a PhD. This is a little bit later, of course. You're working on your PhD, and you're introduced to lifestyles and I want to find out what got you excited because I know you heard a testimony from GMD Malou Arliano
That's right.
that really impressed you, right? So tell us a little bit about what GMD Malou said and how that got you interested in the lifestyles products and or the opportunity.
Well, after church, that was a Sunday morning. After church, I was waiting for my granddaughter at the food court, and there was Mom Mary Vic and her husband, and they invited me, very, very persuading me to attend a certain presentation. I said, no, I'm not interested. That time I was not well, so I was a little bit too strong. I said, no, not interested. But they were so kind, so persuasive. They finally they were able to convince me to join the Hope in a food shop in a Jollibee.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's where I heard Ma'am Malu Arellano, and I was so impressed. I was so impressed. And I was telling myself, wow, this woman is so courageous, so positive. Despite her background,
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
came from a mountain side with no electricity, nothing, and now she's teaching people how to improve their lives. And I love the part that there was a product that would help me with my health issues
Mm-hmm.
because I had 8 health issues then. One of my eyes, one eye was popping out. That's where the I look like a premature dinosaur because one eye was
Okay.
popping out.
Right. Okay. That's the.
My
Okay.
back was bothering me. I have to go to the orthopedic hospital every month. My there was blood in my urine
Mm.
because I had eight pharmaceutical medicine that I was taking that time.
Wow.
And lifestyles culture is very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
That was the morning. In the afternoon, Ma'am Angie invited me to another function in Alabang. And then another one the next day in Makati. It's a small place in Makati. On the fourth function, I made the decision. I said, I am buying the package with 9 bottles free
Right.
because it no side effect, no overdose. I'll take that intra.
Right. Right. So sure enough, you bought the instant direct package, and you started working your lifestyles career. You worked up the ladder of success slowly, and you made your way up. And we've got a picture here. Of course, you became a GMD, which was just spectacular. A tremendous accomplishment, right? For you to go ahead and just keep working your way up. How did you feel when you became a GMD? Did it feel like you had accomplished something amazing?
Oh yes, because I left De La Salle because of lifestyles. 3 weeks after I met lifestyles, I left my university. My boss was not happy. He asked my mentor to pick me up from lifestyles. My mentor sat at the RLT in Meralco. Before the RLT was over, she told me, Tess, do not convince me, I'm joining.
Yeah.
So I said, wow, if my mentor, whose husband is a doctor, is convinced to buy the product, the more I should talk and share the product to my friends
Right.
and my family.
Right.
So that was 2012. In a matter of few months, I became an ED. And then after 2 years, I became an NMD. I was awarded a nominee for highest group growth award in 2014
Right.
because I was just excited. I was excited. I said, if I did academics for 30 plus years wholeheartedly, like a slave, I will fall in love with lifestyles.
Mm.
And I really did. I fell in love with lifestyles.
Right. Right.
And then the pandemic came
Mm.
Pandemic came, I said, oh, I want to be promoted this year.
Right.
This year, I was challenged by GMD Ramil, who was the first GMD to be promoted during pandemic. I said, Lord, I want to be a GMD this year. So I examined my LOS. I went to my mentor, Ma'am Marivic and Ma'am GMD. I said, Ma'am, I'm running my GMD. And they were, whoa, like that. That was my decision. That was July. And then August, June, I told my organization, I said, I'm running my GMD. Are you in it with me? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go, go, go. You want a GMD? And then I told my mentors and said, Tess, yes, you go, go, go. I told my pastor and my friends in church, said, go for it. So I had all those encouragement. I ran my GMD. So beautiful. It was not that tensionado, not tensionado, not
Yeah.
much tension,
Yeah.
not much difficulty.
Right, right. Well, it is amazing because it takes time to accomplish this, right? And you work up the ladder of success, and then as long as you don't quit, you're going to keep moving up the ladder. And you made it to GMD, and we've got some great pictures here of some of the things that you've been able to buy, your cars, and your condo, and your investments that you've been able to make with your income as a GMD. How do you feel about being able to buy these things and to have these investments and secure your future? Like it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's really lifestyles is really God's gift to me. It's God's gift to every distributor that makes a decision. If I did not leave the university, I don't know if I'm still healthy
Mm-hmm.
because my boss passed away. My boss that told me to come back, he passed away because of cancer. And then I said, Lord, thank you. I just want to do lifestyles, to pursue helping people live better every day because there's in my heart since the beginning to be helping people. That's why I became a missionary and I'm still a missionary wherever I go. And lifestyles with all the amazing blessings. I just saw my check this morning for April. I
Right?
said, "Wow, another six-figure income."
Wow.
Do you know, Sir Paul? Last month, my BIR, ITR in your country, my BIR, uh, what do you call that? It's a BIR requirement to pay your
Oh
tax.
yeah, yep,
Was
yep.
nearly it was nearly 500,000 pesos
Wow.
just for the tax alone.
Right.
And the guy there in the BIR said, "You must be making a lot of money." La 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 la. I said, "Yes, sir. I'm in a best company." How old are you, ma'am? I said, "I'm 74." Oh, you're 74 and you're earning this much money.
Right.
And I'll talk to you, sir, one of these days, I said. So I keep singing about my when I fall in love, it will be in lifestyles.
I've
I
never had
that's my
anybody.
theme song for
Well, I've never had anybody sing to me on in the leader chat room so far. This is wonderful. Well, I'll tell you, Tess, um, your smile right there on your face, that tells me everything. You look so happy and you look so proud of what you've accomplished. And of course, a lot of people, Filipinos in particular, they dream of traveling. We've got some great pictures here. You literally have been all over the world. You've traveled not only in your early years when you were a missionary, but now with lifestyles, you've been able to travel and see the world. What do you think of when you see these amazing trips that you've been on?
well, I want everybody, my loved ones, to enjoy traveling
Hmm.
together with me,
Mm-hmm.
together with my friends. In fact, I have a sister, a professor sister in Sydney. I promise that I will treat her and her husband that we will go to the Holy Land as soon as travel protocols are get clear. I want everybody just to enjoy. Not, don't wait till you are
Mm-hmm.
74 to travel.
Right.
Just enjoy it with lifestyles.
Right, right. Well, you're very very inspirational, and I mean, if anybody who's listening, and it's just so inspiring to listen to what you've accomplished, and how you're still doing it. And I know a lot of distributors, they have their big why, right? Why am I doing this business? Why do I go out and work every day? And for a lot of people, of course, it's their family, and I know for you, it's your family. And I know it's also your husband's missionary work and the work you're doing right now. We've got a couple of pictures here of your family and of some of the missionary work. Tell us a little bit about what you and your husband are doing now and how the Lifestyles income and opportunity gives you the time and the money to do this type of work.
You know, in the Bible, it says, give 10% to the Lord. With lifestyles, we are able to give 30, 40%
Wow.
to missions.
Mm-hmm.
We support local and international missionaries. Those children that you see on the screen, those are Alay Pagasa Christian Foundation children.
Right.
We want to give them quality education. I am the secretary to the board and I help in the education department.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I are involved deeply in our church in the area of discipleship and
Mm-hmm.
training campus workers
Mm-hmm.
to become missionaries locally in the Philippines and abroad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then uh, we both believe one of our big whys is to support God's kingdom work. With all the money that we are receiving, there's no way for us to finish all that six-figure income every month. So one of our big whys is to help my son and his family, my grandchildren, my sister who is my sisters in Sydney. I have two. When they
Right.
come to Manila, they just make lambing to me. They say, "Oh, baby, I we heard you're making a lot of money, la la la." So they would take me to the most expensive store in Makati, and I will buy their favorite clothes at Cultura,
Wow.
and it feels so good. You know, sir, when I was studying, I never thought that I will be able to handle that much money.
Right.
Because in the Philippines, I always say in my testimony, don't depend on your pension. The pension in the country is very minimal,
Yes.
very pitiful.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Right.
Don't wait till you are 40, 50, 60 to make a decision. So I'm so thankful at age 64, I met Lifestyles.
Right.
And
Right.
it's been 10 years. I'm enjoying the blessings.
Well, nobody would ever think that you're 74, the way you look and the way you act and your whole personality and your excitement for life. It's very, very inspiring. And I know the one of the funniest things that about you and when you tell your story is you're still exercising, you're still lifting weights,
Yes.
you're still working out, you're still kickboxing. Don't get in the way of GMD Tess. She's dangerous, folks, with the kickboxing. We got a picture here of some of your workout. Whoa, look at this, kapow! There you are with your kickboxing and your all of these things that you're doing with your exercise. Why do you keep doing this? What's your goal?
Of course, my goal, I'm sure you are familiar with Queen Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes.
She turned 96.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if Queen Elizabeth can still inspire people, lead a great country like United Kingdom, I want to be one inspiration, a healthy inspiration for my people.
Right.
I don't think 96 is too small a number for Queen Elizabeth.
Right.
I'm 74. I said, wow, 20 more years. I will be healthy because lifestyles products have been our family vitamins for 10 years.
Right.
No more hospital. I used to support 3 hospitals financially.
Right.
Now, no more hospital.
Right. Right. Well, it's amazing, and you're living the exact image of lifestyles with your income and with your lifestyle and your exercise and all the things you're doing. You're a tremendous example to everybody that's out there for sure. And I ask all my guests this in the leader chat room. What advice would you give GMD Test to somebody who is thinking of joining lifestyles? Let's say they're sitting on the fence post like you were. You were unconvinced until you heard GMD Malou, right? What would you say to somebody who's thinking of joining lifestyles today? What's your advice for them?
Well, number one, don't wait for till you are 60
Hmm.
to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear this story with lifestyles, just go for it. Go for it. Make a decision. Intentionally look at yourself 3, 5, 10 years from now. If you continue doing what you're doing, like I did in the academy, you don't go anywhere.
Hmm.
You won't go anywhere. So one of the things that really made me successful is the help of the mentors.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about network marketing before I joined Lifestyles. The mentors, the teaching, the mentoring, the prodding. My GMD Tonet would wake me up at 6 a.m. every morning. Tita Tess, where are we going today? Do you have your list of people? It's so useful. It's vital to be connected with your mentors
Mm-hmm.
because we cannot do this alone.
Right.
This business, this mission is not a solo business.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be connected and do not revise the system. The
Right.
system is so easy to follow, so easy to follow.
Right.
This is I keep telling the young distributors, this is my 10th year, but I have rarely been absent to any function. To RLT, the mother of all functions. Stay with the system, attend functions. If I was an academic person for 30 plus years, like a slave, I can be a happy slave with lifestyles. You know why? Health, 6 figures income, and you're helping many people as you do the business.
Right.
So, number one, make a decision. Number two, be intentional with your decision.
Right.
It is not a one night stand. You have to do it day after day after day and joyfully. Don't do it draggingly.
Yes.
So don't drag your feet doing lifestyles. Just be happy doing lifestyles. And then share the blessings.
Right.
Share the blessings.
Right.
And then, of course, you connect with God. My team we always pray once a week together.
Mm-hmm.
And especially now, I have 2 people running for NMD and ED6QL. We pray, we work and pray, we work and pray. Because my life during the academic years was pray, church, school.
Right.
Pray, church, school.
Mm-hmm.
In lifestyles, the same. Follow the system. You pray, share the exciting opportunity, and then be an inspiration to your downlines. I have more than 14 downlines in different parts of the world. I don't even know them.
Right.
I just want to inspire them.
Right.
You know, last week I was in Romblon, in 4 islands.
Wow.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. We
Yeah.
were in Romblon, 4 islands. because I was inspiring my new distributors there. We rode the motorcycle, no helmet, no life vest. We had to cross 4 islands by boat.
Wow.
And that means commitment.
Yes. Yeah.
Be committed to yourself, to your organization, and to your goals.
Yes.
You should have clear goals. Why are you doing this? It's not
Right.
just for money.
Yeah.
Of course, money is beautiful, but you have to have higher goals to do this. And
Right.
then I wrote here is be connected with your mentors. Have time for reading. I love to read. I grew up with books. I read at least 3 or 4 books a month.
Wow.
And then I listen to great people, gurus in MLM until 2 a.m. I love to read and share that. I
Right.
share it with my team, the MLM readings I have. So pray and do this with fun. Do it with fun. And then be thankful always. Do not be negative whenever you encounter challenges. Just say there's another chance. This is another chance to be a blessing to
Mm-hmm.
others.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I grew up positive because my parents, especially my mom, was very positive.
Right.
I never saw her. I
Right.
never saw my mom being negative.
Yeah.
And in lifestyles, you're not allowed to be negative.
No, we don't allow
Everything
that.
must be positive.
That's
We
right.
don't, everything must be yes. Yes, I hated yes before. Now I know yes means good health, good money, good organization, and good travel incentives and many other blessings.
Wow. Well, that's amazing advice, and there's a lot there for everybody to sort of wrap their head around. And you're an amazing woman, first of all, and you're an amazing GMD. I think you're very inspiring to not only your downline, but also anybody who's going to watch this is going to be very, very inspired by your story. And I just want to say thank you so much, GMD Test, for being with me today. I really enjoyed talking to you. I can't wait to see you again in a couple of weeks in Manila. We're going to be there for the June RLT. It's going to be an amazing thing. And then I'm going on tour for almost 3 weeks right across the country. So I look forward to seeing you. And thank you again so much for being with me this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Kramer. Thank you, Sir Sean, Sir David, for bringing lifestyles. You have blessed so many Filipinos. You don't know what it means for us to be in lifestyles.
Well,
Oh, thank God.
we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you, GMD.
Thank you po, sir.
Bye bye. Well, folks, there you have it. GMD tests from Manila. Wow, what an amazing story. Absolutely incredible woman. Very, very inspiring. Her advice is very simple be intentional, make your choice now, follow the system. I think that's amazing advice. We've got great mentors. Great training program. Of course, our products are unparalleled, and you can see the results that we're getting around the world with the products and the opportunity. So if you're thinking about joining Lifestyles, now is a great time. Join today, get started with the products, listen to your mentors, and get involved in the training. And once again, I'll be in the Philippines throughout the month of June. You can check it out on Facebook, where we're going to be right through the country on the tour. And also, you can switch over to our YouTube channel. You can see all of the Leader Chat Room guests on our YouTube channel. So everybody, thanks again to GMD Test for joining me today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see all of you back here in the Leader Chat Room soon. Thank you and good morning.